Hey, are you addicted to listening to true crime podcasts, but also a romance drama simp at the same time? Do you like Chinese culture? Here you go, the best of both worlds. The drama is called Love Me If You Dare in English, and the Chinese name is He's Here, Close Your Eyes. I don't know why they were named that way, but both titles are confusing as hell. The TV series adapted the Chinese novel of the same name written by Dean Moore was produced in 2015. The show is one of the highest rated Chinese television series of all time, with amazing character development between the two main cast members and an intriguing mystery crime thriller storyline. The show jumps into a genre that's filled with stories and influences from Western serial killer cases, but manages to carve a niche that explores a more Asian style of storytelling. Also, Wallace Hu is just a treat for your eyes. I mean, look at him. I'm straight and he makes me want to risk it all. The story follows Bo Jingyan, aka Simon, the youngest criminologist professor from the University of Maryland, and his intelligent assistant, Jing Yao. At first, the pair did not get along well. Simon is sarcastic and cold towards people, but is meticulous when it comes to solving murder mysteries. Jing Yao is approachable and a positive force in her community. She is a beginner when it comes to understanding the mind of criminals, but with the help of Bo Jingyan, she would develop her own intuitions and contribute to solving cases. As they solve murder cases together, a cute romantic relationship between the two will slowly build up over time. One of the biggest reasons why this show is so good is because of the character writing and development throughout the story. Simon is a criminal psychology genius, but his intelligence is not perfect. He is a loner and straight up cringe during social gatherings. He lacks knowledge of day-to-day human social behaviors, and his arrogance drives people away. Because of that, Jing Yao's outgoing nature and her street-smart abilities make up for Simon's shortcoming. She is also extremely observant during a crime scene and can quickly pick up on people's behaviors. When these two are in a case together, their teamwork makes them the perfect crime-fighting duo. The show really takes its time developing the romance between Simon and Jin Yao. It started out as a professional relationship between a detective and his assistant, but Simon immediately saw her talent for solving crime and wanted to mentor her. But soon they grew to become much more than that. She realized that he is not as cold as he seems and he truly cares about her. Basically, Simon is your standard tsundere partner. As much as I want to give Jing Yao the Best Girl award, I have to say Simon's car deserved to be the best girl. He is there to comfort you, make you safe, and there to be the smartass of the group. The reason why I believe this story is one of the best Chinese romance series is that this drama style manages to create an intriguing storyline with these fleshed out characters in just 24 episodes, while other dramas fail to do so in as many as 40 episodes. A meta with Chinese romance dramas that I hate is directors purposely dragging the plot from when the dinosaurs used to roam the earth to the present day. Most dramas are over 40 episodes and each episode is over 40 minutes because they are filled with the two lovers going at a snail's pace with their relationship. Also, they introduce multiple side characters with their own romantic storylines, and I just don't care about them because most of the time these characters are not interesting. They are boring and often take up way too much screen time. This show is different because there's only one romantic relationship we follow, and side characters still get developed without getting too much attention away from the main cast. The show does something very interesting where they would place Simon in the murder scene from the perspective of the killer. So some scenes would show Simon talking to the victim and carrying out what the actual murder did to their victims. At first it was very confusing because you thought Simon was the killer, but the show did this to show how intelligent Simon is, where he can imagine himself from the perspective of the killers and their motivation for murder. Another aspect of the show I find interesting but weird at the same time is when there is any interaction between a Chinese character and an American character, they would only speak in their native tongue. During a conversation, the Chinese person will only speak Chinese, and the American will only speak English, and yet somehow they would perfectly understand each other. This drama is not perfect by all means. One of my biggest complaints about the drama is that the story shows that all the perpetrators in these murder mystery cases have a mastermind behind it all. I personally do not like this because the initial story for the most part is grounded in reality, but the director constantly reminds the audience that there is one major antagonist controlling everything behind the scenes. It loses that element of realism and becomes more and more fictional. The first murder case in the drama is definitely the best because it was filled with big brain detective moments, and the mystery slowly being solved was really satisfying. But as the show progressed, the cases become less interesting and smaller in scale compared to the first one. Also, each crime mystery case had around 4 to 5 episodes, but the last case took over 10 episodes to be resolved. Some parts of the last case were exciting, but it definitely dragged the plot for far too long and contained some questionable logic. Straight up, some segments just became whack, and the story was confusing as hell. As one of the highest rated Chinese dramas out there, it definitely lives up to my expectation. The drama is addicting and explores a genre that isn't the meta as most Chinese TV shows are. The crime thriller element of the show definitely started to fizzle out as the show progressed, but the romance between Bo Jingyan and Jing Yao would always bring my attention back. My final thoughts on this Chinese drama is that it's one of the best romance dramas out there, because the director doesn't drag the show compared to other series. It's a wholesome relationship that is short and sweet. If you are also tired of Chinese romance tropes of dragging the story past 40 episodes and side character romances getting way too much screen time, then I highly recommend you give the show a watch, or if you're just a massive Wallace Hu simp like me. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Also check out my other Chinese film recommendation videos if you want to see more.